Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Houston Astros going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Chicago White Sox.
Just about set to go now. And today on the hill, Davis Martin. What should we keep an eye on here?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Jose Altuve, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Altuve has a lot of history with the Astros. In fact, he's played so many seasons in Houston that he's the only player to be named an All-Star in both leagues while playing for the same team. You know, Boog, Altuve goes back all the way to those Astros days in the NL Central before they moved to the AL West.
Outside low, and that's ball two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Down the number 2 hitter, Isaac Paredes. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
1 out, bases empty. And that's way high. Going to count 1 and 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it's even up.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
1 down, base is empty. That one outside. And a full count now. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one hammered. Taylor going back. Gives up the body and makes the catch.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter.
Ball one.
Well struck right field. That ball's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track. Middle of the first, no score. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill, Ronel Blanco.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Bottom of the first, and the batter now, Michael A. Taylor. And that one fouled off. Deal one. That one's upstairs, ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one a little bit high, 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. The flip to the pitcher covering. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Luis Robert Jr. batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And that is out of play. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball 1.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Outside low, and it's 2-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Batting third.
2 down, bases empty. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Inside, ball 1. And that one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
2 outs, bases empty. Just missed. That one missed.
1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Ranging back. Out of here! That one felt good. It's 1-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So 2 away with nobody on. And here is Sosa to the plate. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Foul ball. Next
One
offering
ball,
is
2
outside.
strikes.
Got him looking. And that'll do it. But the White Sox get 1 on a homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Christian Walker.
Christian Walker.
Martin back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That's in there. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them.
And 1-2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a heater. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And that drops in for a strike. Oh, 0-1 now. Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 6.
So up next, Jeremy Pena. The shortstop takes the ball.
No, inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Next offering is in for a strike. Diaz, the base runner at first with 1 out. Next pitch is outside. That one catches the corner for a strike. That's ripped to right down the line. And it gets by him. Diaz around second, headed for third. Headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Foul ball there. One away with a runner at third here at the top of the second. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Dives and makes the catch. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 2-1. So a great diving catch, and that was only possible because of the route he took to get there, right, Chris?
Yeah, StatCast shows us just how efficient that route to the ball was. In fact, that's about as good as it gets. Pretty much a direct line to it, and perhaps he was a wide receiver in a different life. I don't know, but man, great job to hold on all the way through the dive as well. No fumble caused by the ground.
Chas McCormick stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
All over that one right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Jake Myers digs in now. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. That's a strike. 0-2.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Runner at second, 2 down. That one way inside. In the air, left side. Slater in pursuit. Drops into the glove. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Astros 2 and the White Sox 1. Back at right field, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Mike Tauchman.
Hitter, Mike Tauchman.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Way out front for strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
And that's way high. It's 2-2. Ground ball right side. Dubon. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 6, left fielder.
Austin Slater stands in.
Slater.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Fouled off down the right side. That catches the outside corner. 1-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting 7, third baseman, Miguel.
Stepping in,
Vargas.
Miguel Vargas. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
And a foul ball. And that is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's outside.
That pitch is out.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two outs. On the outside corner. Got him looking. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Astros 2 and the White Sox 1. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the Astros,
Here's the left fielder, Jose Altuve. This one popped up. Vaughn makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Paredes, an all-star a season ago, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one's in there, 0-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, designated hitter, Yordan
2 outs, base is
Alvarez.
empty. Air Yordan steps in to take his hacks. That one not close, and that's ball 1. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
2 down, nobody on. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Two outs. And that one is inside, and it's ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome.
Now
It wasn't an
batting,
intentional
the first
walk,
baseman,
but he
Christian
wasn't exactly
Walker.
trying to attack the zone either.
So next up for Houston, Christian Walker. His first at bat was a strikeout. Headed towards the corner. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. That clips the zone, and it's 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. On the ground to third, Vargas. Slings it across. That ends the frame. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one left on base. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Astros 2 and the White Sox 1. Here on the south side, set for the bottom of the third, and here is Brooks Baldwin.
Brooks Baldwin.
Out towards right center field. Myers on the move. Squeezes it. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting ninth, catcher,
He was all
Corey
over that
Lee.
first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Corey Lee. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
So the batting order turns over. So up next for Chicago, Michael A. Taylor. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And that's in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. And our score remains 2-1. And we're back onto the 4th. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Penn Murphy preparing to come on if needed. Boozer, the lefty, warming up as well. The 0-1.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And that
1
one
ball,
way
2
outside.
strikes.
Now 1 and 2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, that certainly feels good when
Now
you can
batting,
win the at-bat after
shortstop,
being down in the
Jeremy
count,
Pena.
up against it with 2 strikes right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. It was a triple and an RB. Runner on the go. And that one in the air center field. Baldwin right there to make the grab. 1 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Now batting, second baseman.
And stepping in for the
Mauricio
Astros,
Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon.
Ball one.
In the dirt. Rolled to short. Possible 2-ball. Off balance feed. There's one.
And that's 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Astros 2 and the White Sox 1. Back here on the south side, here's the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
Center fielder, Luis
Robert, the native of
Jr.
Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. Fought off foul.
You know, these White Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Pena. And it's caught for the out.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before
Now
an offense
batting,
does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Andrew Vaughn now. He's already homered in this game. You too. Drilled out towards left center field. Myers on the move to the alley. He's got it. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Sosa stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Astros 2 and the White Sox 1. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the right fielder, Chas McCormick. Martin back to work. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Fastball for a strike. And that's downstairs. Ball 2.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That clips a corner.
2-2 now.
Next offering upstairs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Fly to left his first time. Right through there for a strike. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Jose Altuve up to hit here. 0 for 2 in this one. That one ripped. That's going back. Back some more. That one is gone. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 3-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. That one found hard the other way. Two down, base is empty, but one run across, and we're at the top of the fifth. Next one misses.
Inside.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a
2 strikes.
fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning alive.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A
Now
bit of a
batting,
lost start
the
for
designated
some, so
hitter,
that was nicely
Yordan
done to beat the
Alvarez.
odds. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Davis Martin done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new
Now
pitcher.
pitching for
Penn
the White
Murphy
Sox.
will take over here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. And the
Ball
pitch
back
is outside. Ball 1. Paredes off of first with 2 away. That pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And that ball is out of here. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 5-1.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, the manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
And here is Christian Walker. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third out, and that ends the frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back at right field, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Mike Tauchman. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Off the mark there, and now 3-0. Fastball for a strike at 95. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count.
It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair. So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Austin Slater getting ready to hit.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Man at second. Yeah, that's fouled off. That
That's
one
a ball.
misses, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That's a little bit low.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Popped up. Dubon makes the grab, 1 down. So digging in, Miguel Vargas went down on strikes his first time through. Missed
Ball
with a
1.
changeup. Ball 1.
1-0.
Activity in the bullpen. Caleb Ort up and loosening in the pen. King getting loose as well. A little bit
Nope,
high.
that's a ball.
2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And that one hit to first. And he takes it
He's
himself
out.
for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get
Now
there. Just
batting,
rolled over it. Got the ground
shortstop,
ball.
Brooks
Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that's
Nope,
outside.
outside.
And that's ball 1. Runner at third, 2 away. That's in there, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting
1
out
ball,
of the zone.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball. Paredes
He's
fires
out.
over to first. Inning over. So 1 left for the White Sox. They're down here 5-1.